Hello, gamers! Welcome to finale night of Gamer
Yay!
Paradise 2. You all have fought and done what 15 others couldn't, Papa and Hannah, and now you are sitting here. It has been, believe it or not, it has only been 36 days that you have been fighting for the title of Ultimate Gamer. It feels like years to me. I don't know about you all. Got some gray hairs. But after 36 hard fought days, one of you will become the Ultimate Gamer. Now, before this live, you each partook in the 5 mini challenges. That will be revealed when we get to the debugs. The winner of each little mini quest earned a debug to their name. There is a total of 19 debugs tonight. It will take 10 to win, but we'll get more to that later. We need to get into our opening statements. And Hannah won CPU, and she decided that Papa will start. So, Papa, I'm going to start your time, and the floor is yours, starting now.
Perfect. So first off, I would like to thank production for one of the most fun games I have ever played. Y'all always kept us on our toes, and as an org vet, it really made the game hard, which I loved. I came into the game wanting to have fun and show that I haven't lost the finesse that it takes to win these games. I am always seen as a competition threat in games, so I knew that I couldn't come in swinging with the comp wins like I normally would. My biggest struggle in every single game I've ever played is finding the right time to give out information and when I should keep it to myself. And we all know that the first 3 rounds really showed that. So let's talk about the pre-jury portion of the game. It is very easy to go into a game and work with people that you know just to get you through the first few rounds. And I definitely did that. But I also tried to build bonds outside of that because I never try and play games solely with people I know because it always fucks me over. I played carelessly, giving information left and right, but I did it to try and build connections with people so I would be seen as a good ally. One of the main people I did this with was Haley, excuse me, who in turn ratted me out and put me in a horrible position. She had one of the biggest influencers by her side and Sharonica calling me out as well. At that point in the game, anyone who had been in an argument with Sharonica was deemed a house target, and I knew that this could easily end my time here in Paradise. I was easily the house target of the racing round along with Billy, but I knew that if it was us on the block together, I would leave. Fortunately for me, a twist of fate helped me stay in the game another round, which I saw as my opportunity to completely change how I'd been playing the game and turn it into something positive. I used the fuzzy dice power to let me do all 3 things in the simulation round because I felt like that was going to be my best shot at reintegrating myself into the game. Ooh. It worked as I was able to make a deal with Sean, which I half stuck to, and it gave me the opportunity to speak to everyone and get back to a somewhat working relationship with most. I said multiple times that I wanted to play it as if the game had restarted, and I wanted to mend bonds, which had been hurt, so I knew that my perfect target for my CPU round was Social Beast Brandon. Targeting Brandon showed people I really wanted to open up and just play the game. Hell, I could have done the easy thing that everyone was pushing and nominate the couple, but I didn't want to do that because I genuinely wanted to work with Jackie and Sean. One person I want to genuinely thank is Garrett because he was the first one to message me when no one else was, and he got our game relationship going back again. I knew moving forward, I had to protect him at all costs. In the first big live night we had at the start of the jury phase, I was the one who used the player 2 controller on Hannah. I did this because I knew that if I was going to go on the block, which I thought I was, I would rather sit next to someone who I knew had issues with some players. Sean had expressed to me multiple times that Hannah did not want to try and work with him or Jackie just because they were married. So I knew that if her and I were up together, I at least had Sean's vote to stay, and Sean was a very pivotal player moving forward. I had an even better, I lost my spot. Sorry. Ooh, nerves. At the end of the round, I knew that Romeo voted me out over Tasha, but I opted to not make it a big deal as his vote didn't count on me anyways. As the game progressed, I had to rely on strategy first and key social bonds second, because I knew that if I wanted to be seen as a good ally, I had to show some work for people. The big way I did this was by figuring out all options for votes with the types twist that we had on us. Going into a round was easier when me and my allies had a plan on what votes would count where and for how much. We would be able to figure out who would be the best target and when, because certain people set themselves up nicely later down the line. The biggest factor of this was when Garrett and Hannah were on the block at the end of the second racing round. The target was Jackie, but I knew if I used my envelope power to pull her down, we wouldn't have had the votes to take her out. So with that, I was prepared and I pulled Romeo down to the bottom, ensuring that my 3 could stay in the game. The last double debug live night that we had was one of the most important nights of my game. I knew going in, if Jackie and Sharonica did not leave, I was 100% going to lose this game. I saw the two of them as the biggest threats to win, socially, strategically, and physically. Jackie literally is like the queen of the season, hands down. I could have seen her win unanimously. So knowing that, I couldn't let her get any further because she would have just won out. I mean, I think at that point we were tied with comp wins. So I was like, hold on, we got to reevaluate life. The final 2 deal that Jackie asked me about with Hannah was not made until moments after Jackie had asked about it. Jackie was like, do you and Hannah have a final 2? I did not. I went to Hannah. I was like, it's always been a working relationship, but let's make it official. After that whole round at final 4, I knew Sharonica had to go. She'd played a very similar game to mine, and I knew that if it was us at the end, her social bonds were tighter than mine, and she could have easily got the whole jury in her favor. I knew that she said that it was done for her to take her out over Hannah, but I firmly believed that I was setting myself up at the final 3. Hannah would take me over Benny, which happened. I would take myself, and I think I could have convinced Benny that I was a better option to take to the end. To close my opening speech, I would like to quote a speech that I've heard in the past. You can't have a good story without some conflict. It's about how you navigate the conflict and get to the resolution. I showed that even when my back was against the wall, I never gave up, and here I am today. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Papa. And just a reminder, loungers, if you are going to talk, please make sure you use it in Discord. Okay, Hannah, your time starts now.
Hey, loungers. This is my first time making it to a final in an org, in a full org, and I've never written a speech before, so like bear with me. I want to be as open and honest as I can be. In grade school, I would answer plenty of questions in the first week of school when the questions were still easy. Teachers will remember this for the entire school year, giving me an easy ride for the rest of the school year. I felt this could translate into orgs. Make people remember you night 1, and you can relax a little more for a few rounds. I purposefully stayed up late on that first night, not necessarily to make alliances, but to establish my presence in this game. Just because I set myself up to be able to chill for a few rounds doesn't mean I wasn't going to try. I went hard for that first CPU competition and came in second to Sean, which shows I was not, scared of having power early. I was ready to play the game. During my vacation, I was less active than I would have wanted. Luckily, my plan from night 1 came to fruition. I was never nominated. I was never an option because I did already have my presence established. Day 14, during the simulation round, Sean told me he was considering putting me up as a pawn if he won CPU. I convinced him not to do that. Part of that convincing was that I agreed to not share who his targets were, who he was going to put on the block. And I kept that promise. I did not tell anyone, Sean. Now we've approached the alternate ending competition. A lot of us can agree that was one of the hardest competitions in this game, and I was able to do it, which made me feel really awesome. And I chose the beat 'em up finale because it involved 5 competitions, and I felt that if I got this far, that would play to my strengths to get some extra debugs. That same night, we had our first gotcha round. I went into it wanting to be paired with Sean. In case we lost, I was planning to try to get him voted out. But unfortunately, a powers played that paired Papa and Sean together. So I had to go for the next best thing, and I asked Papa to pair me with Jackie. I did not intentionally lose, because why would I ever do that? But because we did lose, I did work to get the votes to stay against Jackie. I spoke to every single person except for Sean for obvious reasons to ask for their vote to stay. and I would have stayed. At this point, I'm riding a high from the alternate ending quest and from almost getting my target out. Then we went into survival round, and I'm still feeling confident. I know Benny has a power that I told no one about, and I knew he was going to play it that round, and I would be safer with his power. Unfortunately, now Papa told me he played that other power that put me in the bottom 3. And I felt defeated, but I did not give up. And also during the survival round, I felt Romeo betrayed Tasha and I, and we were a 3. So I felt I lost one of my close allies, and the other one, Tasha, is in the bottom 3 with me. So yeah, my high ended, and that was my lowest point in the game. I thought I was blending in before that power, just scooching right along, blending in. And then I realized someone figured out what I have known this whole entire time. I'm a threat. I am, not to be cocky, but like a little cocky, to your own horn. I got a new sense of resolve. I was determined to not be a final glitch, and I played that corruptor quest, and I killed it and took myself off the block. Sadly, I had to lose my #1 ally, Tasha, which means in just a single round, I felt I lost my 2 closest people, Tasha and Romeo, and I had to reassess where I am. So I made new alliances. We knew getting this late into this game that we needed to get out the married couple. People only wanted Sean out, and I'm sorry, I wanted you both out because I think Jackie had a great plea to be in the final 2. I think you played a great game, and if you made it, you'd have a secured vote with Sean. So I wanted you both out. Next was Sandbox, and my votes were exposed about Benny and Romeo. I really did not want to debug Benny as we are good friends, but I realized I was playing with my heart and not my head. We are friends, but we were not working that much game with each other, and so I had to do that vote against Benny. During the racing, people wanted me to bump down Jackie and Benny, which I did not do, leaving Benny to get yet another corruptor win. Benny still pushed me to the bottom though, and I was in the bottom 3 during racing, and that was okay because I knew Papa had a power that was going to bring Romeo down with me. So again, even though I was in the bottom 2 once more, I knew I was not going. There was no fear of that. During that time, I had a lot of people campaigning really hard to get me out, and I'm still here. That just shows how much people wanted me out, and I fought for it, and I stayed here. My power had, then we go into the retro round, and my power had been exposed, and I made a deal with Jackie that I would not use my power if she didn't put me up. But I still considered putting it up, using my power if she put up both Papa and Garrett. But I worked with Papa, and we found the right words to convince Jackie to put up Sharonica instead. And at that point, I had to sacrifice Garrett for my own game because, yeah. And I gave Jackie my word I would vote out Garrett, which I did. I did not lie about that. On the next level, I think everyone tried to trick Papa and I by choosing Gotcha. But luckily, Papa won CPU, so it was just up to me to win Corruptor. And I thought it'd be best to get paired with Benny because I figured at the worst, if I ended up last with Benny, I might be able to convince Jackie to save me. So, but I won the Corruptor for Benny and I, leaving just Jackie and Sharonica. I told Benny he did not have a vote against Sharonica. He did not believe me. I let him continue to believe that, and I purposely tied it to a 0-0, letting Papa break it to get Jackie out, which has been my goal for a few rounds. During the final 4, Benny won CPU, and I know it's the Corruptor that matters for that round, but just out of pride, I convinced Benny not to put me up initially just to show that I still had that social game, and so he did not put me up. I still got put up because the Corruptor was used, but initially I did convince him not to use it. Making the final 3, I had my official final 2 now with Papa. Benny asked me to be final 2 with him and asked to study for the last quiz. And I did not make a promise back to Benny for a final 2, but I did agree to study with him. And so I did that to ensure that no matter who won, I was guaranteed final 2. I was getting here at this point. Papa was going to take me because we're final 2. Benny's going to take me because he wants to be a final 2, and I helped him. So no matter what, I was going to be in this spot. And I hope I haven't offended anyone playing this game. I'm normally pretty loyal, but obviously I've never won before, so I really had to adjust my gameplay, and I hope it went well.
Yeah. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Papa.
That was not as smooth as Papa's.
The power now shifts over to the loungers. Loungers, like I said, you'll have 7 minutes as well, but this includes the 2 finalists answering your questions. Queen of the Lounge, I'm tossing it over to you. You're up first, Tasha. And your time.
Sorry,
Oh.
wait, sorry, Drew. I'm just gonna jump in. Jury, it is up to you, loungers. It is up to you to keep the flow of your 7 minutes. If a finalist isn't answering your question or you've heard enough, just politely let them know, hey, I have 7 minutes. I'm gonna move on. All right. I just want y'all to know and be able to get everything you want.
Thank you,
I
Sam.
probably won't even take 7 minutes.
Okay, Tasha, your time starts now.
All right. I've been napping all day, so great job making it to final 2. Honestly, I was not expecting to see either of you in final 2. Obviously, I was hoping that Hannah, you would be there because we've been working together. Papa, I don't know how you did it, but congrats to you for making it there. With the messiness, I thought you'd be out a while ago. But I will say that both your games are very, in my opinion, different. Papa, yours was pretty all over the place, chaotic and messy, and Hannah, yours seemed to be more quiet and behind closed doors, what you're doing. Both are good strategies, I think. So I will start with Papa. Papa, if you could be sitting next to one person that's in the jury that besides Hannah right now, who would you pick and why?
I would pick Billy just because me and Billy had like my first final 2 of the game. He was the first person that I was like, I want to go to the end with you. Like, I really mean it. And then once Billy left, I had to change gears. So I would say Billy.
Okay. And there was another question, but I know other people are more intense about the question that I was going to ask you. So I'll let them get to that. And then also, what was your biggest move in this game? And do you think it worked to your advantage, or like it could be a big move that's good or bad? Did it work to your advantage, or was it negative?
I think one of my biggest moves was my CPU round 5, because that really set me up for the future of my game, because at that point I had no game. And me being able to make a deal and talk to everyone again, like that's when I knew I really had to win, because if I wanted to be here long term, that was the moment that I really had to win. An individual move I made, I was actually the one, I am Hannah's type person. So she would always come to me and be like, okay, what does my type do? So I told her, you need to vote out Sharonica because Benny's going to vote out Jackie. And then when Benny told me that he was voting out Sharonica, I said, vote out Jackie, because then that way I could break the tie and vote out Jackie. So I did that myself. So I would say that was one of my biggest moves, was getting out Jackie.
Okay. Thank you, Hannah. Congrats for making it here. You're my biggest ally in the game, obviously. I am surprised but proud that you made it here. So my question for you is, I think that you played a way more quiet game and I think you did some stuff similar to me, like locked on who you're working with and then didn't want to, as was said in, I think, your speech and Papa's speech, didn't really end up wanting to like branch out and work with people, other people that you weren't working with. Do you feel like that negatively impacted your game?
It wasn't necessarily that I don't want to talk to people. It is just the way this game shaped up. I've said it multiple times, is that people said everything. People just gossip, spreading everything. Nothing was ever a secret. And look what happened. It bit every single person in the butt because they talk too much. No offense to everyone. But that was the issue with this game. And so I do think saying less is what helped me, because people were getting off the ones who kept betraying them, and I wasn't betraying people.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you both did great and deserve to be here in different ways. And I just want to say this for everybody. I did not know, the host can confirm, that I had the power of the whole game. I am a freaking idiot. And when I got voted out, it was kind of heartbreaking, but that shows how well I pay attention to the games I play. So good luck, and congrats on making final two.
Thank you, Tasha. I'm going to kick it over to the king of the lounge, which is Mr. Sean. Your time starts now.
All right. I guess I'll start with Hannah. For someone who wanted nothing to do with me or my wife, why should I vote for you at all? Why should I even consider you for this one?
I don't think that's true. It's not that I didn't want anything to do with you guys. I didn't want to get to the end with a couple, which a lot of people didn't want to do. I think I was just more open about it. But everyone was about it. And I actually did really want to work with Jackie the whole time. I just couldn't while you were here. So I guess you should still vote for me because none of it was personal. It was all just game of not wanting to be in the end with a couple.
So in your opinion, I should vote for someone who didn't want to work with me at all the whole game?
No, you should work with someone who made different moves. Not everyone works with each other, because then that's how you break your word, and I don't like to break my word.
Okay, that's all I have for you. Papa, my question for you is, after everything that happened in the pre-jury, after all the lies and all the misinformation is spread, why should I vote for you?
I think you should vote for me because pre-jury me versus jury me are two completely different people. If you look at how vocal I was, pre-jury, I was very vocal. I spread so much information. Jury, I kept a lot of information to myself and only spread certain information to my allies. Pre-jury, I was a complete fucking mess. Jury, I was more calculated. I knew what needed to happen when to ensure that I made it further in the game just for myself. And I mean, even comp wins, I didn't win in the beginning, and once jury hit, I won, and I am tied for the most comp wins this season with 5. And I think that's a great feat considering that was a big talk the whole season, because there were certain points in the season where people are like, Sean has the most comp wins, and I was actually tied with you, and no one talked about that. So every time it kept getting brought up, I was like, go away, go away, go away, don't talk about it. So just how I changed my gameplay once all the shit happened, I think that's why you should vote for me.
So the CPU where you and I agreed that I was supposed to win and you won anyway, what happened with that?
So I had the answer after a minute and a half, and I sat there and I was like, there's only a few words that I could guess to knock my time down. So I waited another 3 minutes before I decided to submit my answer. If I would have known that it was 12 minutes, I wouldn't have like made the whole I'll throw to you deal. I would have still kept the safety deal. I would have still made the we could talk about noms deal. But it was just so long and I had such little time that I had to do both my CPU and my corruptor because I was going to the festival 20 minutes later and I still had a whole comp to do.
You told me that night that you didn't make any guesses and that your time was only a minute long.
Yeah, I sat there for the 3 minutes until I guessed, because even if I would have made the 4 guesses I could, it still would have only bumped my time 2 minutes. And after you were like really throw, I knew you did not the best. And I knew with me already having the answer after like a minute and a half, like I knew it wasn't ever going to get to that point where I timed.
I couldn't really tell you that I was having technical difficulties because I was like, that's what it was. That ate up a good like 4 to 6 minutes for me trying to get it to work on my phone. So that's why I was trying to tell you to take multiple guesses. So from there, yeah, when you put up Garrett and Brandon, that destroyed the rest of my game from there. Just want to let you know that. And it felt like it was purposeful.
I didn't mean it purposeful. I knew that we talked about wanting Garrett gone. But I also wanted to take the CPU round as a way that I could also do something. So I extended the hand and put Garrett up because I was like, if he has the votes to get out Garrett, he can. And then once I realized a lot of people aren't fully on Garrett, I knew that putting up Brandon was the best because it was someone that was targeting me and didn't want to work with me. So it still helped me. And I still kept half my word with you.
Okay, I yield my time.
Okay. Thank you, Sean. I'm going to kick it over to the Australian sensation himself, Mr. Billy. Billy, you are up. Your time starts now.
So first things first, I'm a little sort of busy at the moment, so forgive me. Like I'm in a little bit of a rush. Okay. Second things first. Fucking love you both so much for doing this. Fuck yes, fuck yes, fuck yes. I'm so fucking happy for you both. Congratulations. I feel like the two sitting here right now, the two people, even if I did do a little bit of shady shit towards you at some points in the game, these are the two people, even with that showed me the most loyalty, at least in my view, in this game. So I am personally very happy about this result. And whoever wins, I want to really congratulate you both. This is a really, really good result. So yeah, I don't really have much to say because I feel like I saw a lot of your game up until the point when I was voted out. I think Hannah a bit less so, but I feel like we were still good allies at the time. And I'm not like, I just know that Papa was like feeding me information sort of left and right. Is the only sort of reason. So I guess I just want to really hear about your end game more so from Final 7 onwards, and just go with that and see how you what was your plan to sort of go from that point, because that's just what I want to hear to get a sort of full image of it. So I'll let Hannah start this time.
Yeah, I mean, by this point, Final 7, so Tasha's gone, you're gone, and I'm just losing my allies left and right. So at this point, I know I really have to double down on doing better competitions, making new alliances, just going with the flow a little bit more, and just being able to adapt all the time, every single round, and align with new people, figuring out how the votes go, and try to think of every possible solution that can happen each live night. And sacrifice people when I have to. Sorry, Garrett.
Absolutely. Thank you, Hannah. Papa.
So Final 7, I was just obviously like, let's stick with the 4 that I made. Obviously you were gone, so I was like, let's stick with the 3. But at Final 6, when Jackie won CPU, I was like, oh shit. I was like, I think it's pretty clear that Jackie's gonna want either Garrett or myself out. So if I could save myself over Garrett, I would like to. So I went to Hannah and I was like, what do we do? Because I knew that Hannah had the power. I was like, if Jackie puts the 2 of them up, she's going to use that. So I tried just to look out for myself at that point, because at Final 7, it's always yourself and then allies. So obviously I worked my magic. I got on my first call with Jackie after 12, 13 rounds, however many rounds it was. And I was like, look, if you don't put me up, I will vote out Garrett. I lied about that, and I did keep Garrett because, I mean, obviously at first I was very, oh, Garrett has to go. But then I felt really bad because I was like, I don't want Garrett to go unanimously. You know, I was working with him. He is someone that I really wanted to keep in, but I just knew that it wasn't possible. So I did throw the pity vote for Garrett, as he went out the door. And then Final 6 on, I knew it was win-win-win, because the second I didn't win, I felt like I was going to be in danger. I won the Final 6 CPU. Or no, did I win the final? No, I lied. Sorry, Final 5 on. Getting my rounds mixed up a little bit. I won the Final 5 CPU, and then I won the Final 4 Corruptor, and then I lost Part 3, but I still won Part 1, so my plan of win-win-win was very good. So yeah, that was my plan at the end of the day.
All right, beautiful. Thank you for both for answering that. I've got a little bit of a better image now. My vote is still open tonight. Like, I know, Papa, my relationship was stronger with you, but Hannah, I was really impressed with how you carried yourself in this game. I think that you showed a lot of class from my perspective, and I really just want to see you both keep fighting it out. I love you both fucking immensely, and I can't wait to talk about shit after this game. But truly, I cannot stress this enough. I'm so happy for you both, and whatever happens, you both should be very, very proud, and I wish you both the best of luck. Thank you very much. I will pass it on.
Especially because
Thank you, Billy. Mr. Romeo, you are up. Your time starts now.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. I've been eating. The Uber came. Still waiting on the wine. But from a personal standpoint, I am so happy to see both of you all there. Truthfully, coming into this game, you two were the only people that I knew in like real life through Mayhem outside of production, you know. So I was really excited to finally get the opportunity to really try to play with the both of you all. And so definitely seeing both of you all get announced after me, and then now seeing you all in the final two, I'm very excited for you all, very happy for you all, and all that jazz. But now from the game side of it, I'm pissed off. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm pissed off, because I really am confused as to what it is that I did to make both of you really not want to work with me in this game. I came to you all both, I think on a very often time trying to really establish game connection. I know, Papa, you and I had a little bit more difficulty connecting on that aspect. And Hannah, I thought you and I really were working towards that. I understand there was a situation that happened between with Tasha and me betraying Tasha, but truthfully, I had both of you all's back the whole time. Anyone that came to me and talked to me, they knew that I was close with you, Hannah and Tasha, and I will also tell them Garrett at a time. Like, that was who I was rocking with and who I really wanted to rock with. And so I really am confused as in wanting to know what it was that I did specifically that made y'all feel that y'all could not work with me in this game, and let alone have my back in times when I felt like I really had y'all back. Like, I knew that, truthfully, Papa, that you and I were at a point in the game, didn't have that connection game wise. So I am not as upset with you in the moves that you made, like, truthfully. But else I still do want to know why we didn't have that, why that didn't happen as well. And Hannah, more specifically, like, what was it that made you change in how you felt and working with me? Because truthfully, I had your back throughout everything. Like, every time, your name was never someone that I came until that round came when I heard that you were the one throwing out my name. And so I was just like, well, if she's throwing out my name, then that's who I'm gonna put down, because you were never on my radar. Even if we weren't working like that, I already told you in the chat, what is known doesn't always need to be said. I had your back. So.
I'll talk first. So it was just that survival round with Tasha where I told you I felt betrayed. Using the word feel, I'm not saying that was the intent. And so after that, that kind of made me grow a little distant. And also, even prior to that, it felt a lot of me reaching out to you and trying to give you information, and I wasn't necessarily giving it back. It felt a little one-sided. But even after the Tasha stuff, we talked a little, and I still would try to message you a few times and would get no reply. That happened like multiple times. So I was trying, and I did agree to vote your name for that sandbox level, but I did not like throw out your name. I wasn't like, let's target Romeo. Like, I didn't do that. I promise you that. It was just at that point we weren't really speaking anymore. It was just an easy name.
So obviously in the beginning, we really didn't talk a lot. So in the beginning, that was kind of like why I was like, let's not target Romeo, but like, let's not fully work with him. But once we finally had one of our 4-5 minute calls, I was like, okay, like, this is good. We're building this relationship back up, because like, I always did feel a sense of like, okay, he has my back in a case where, you know, I might need it. Tasha vote comes around. Obviously that wasn't the case. You voted me, but I didn't hold that grudge against you, because I was like, it's a vote and your vote doesn't count on me. But moving forward, honestly, during that racing round, it was circumstance. If someone else was down there instead of you, I would have pulled you. It was just me and Garrett, because Garrett would have been the one bumped up. We had a half a vote on Jackie. Like, we couldn't pull her down, and we obviously wanted to keep Hannah safe if she was in the bottom. So it was just circumstance why you went. I didn't fully want you to go there because we had a nice conversation that night before the round, but it was circumstance. That's why I was like, we need to pull down Benny, we need to pull down Jackie, because I didn't want you to get fucked over in the sense that I knew I had the power, and I was like, I don't like. I mean, I think I even told you I have it, but then I just had to use it to keep the two people I was closer with safe.
No, I definitely appreciate that from both of you all. Definitely. Hannah, no love lost, girl. I'm still very, very proud of you. You came here and you did your fucking thing. You should be very, very proud of yourself, regardless of what happens tonight. And I'm literally still all the love for you. You already know when we get to Vegas, bingoing it down and shots all night. And Papa, baby, I love you. You already know I was in the final two in your game in my early career of org. So being able to play with you and actually seeing you play in the org is just like, yeah, so seriously, this couldn't have been a better final two for me. And again, I love you both. So congratulations and good luck to you all tonight. I'm done.
Thank you, Romeo. I'm going to kick it over to Mr. Garrett.
Hello, how's it going? I'll start with my first question for Papa. I think the theme that I've heard, at least in the lounger chat, is that you were very quick to lie a lot of times, usually for your game, right? But like in general, you lied significantly more than Hannah did. And so what I would like to know is, what do you think was your biggest lie or your most impactful lie that helped your game?
The most impactful lie that helped my game, I guess could be one of the like 5 powers I had. I don't know. I lied about all of them. I tried to be like, I didn't have them. But I guess the one that was most lied about that I feel helped my game was putting up Hannah, because she had no idea that it was me that put her up. And everyone's like, who put up Hannah? Who put up Hannah? But I knew that it was a better move, that if she was up, she would go over me, because obviously I was still on the come up from me being on the bottom. So lying about, oh my God, who put up Hannah, got me really close to her because she genuinely still trusted me. And that trust got me as far as I could. So probably that one. Or the Sean power, where I linked me and Sean together. That one.
Yeah, you lied a lot about your powers, that's for sure. You tricked me. I even knew you were lying this whole game, and I was like, all right, I just gotta take it like with a grain of salt. And he still like got me on a lie that I literally was like, I was working with you because you had a power I thought you had, and I was like, oh, I have to make sure I don't get on his bad side, because otherwise I might get,
didn't it?
yeah. And instead I got on Billy's bad side, and he used the power on me. It was just, it's all a mess. So nice job on that. Hannah, speaking of powers, you had one. And at the final 6, we all agreed to pick retro because you were going to use that in our best interest. Did you have any intention of playing retro power if either me or Papa were on the block, or was it mainly just a social move of just trying to get the most people to pick retro because you had the most power in that round?
No, I was genuinely going to use it if 2 of us were up,
Okay.
not just one.
Okay, but you knew I was going to go based off how the votes were going. And
I
so
did know you were going up and we're going to go home. Yes.
Yeah, so it was not technically in your best interest because I wasn't coming for you. So it would have been a decent spot to play it.
It was my best interest because it kept Jackie from putting me up,
Gotcha.
which might have gotten me voted out.
Perfect. And then I guess I'm just curious because most people don't really talk too much about Hannah and her lies. I don't believe it's possible to get to the very end without at least a lie. But maybe I'm wrong. So Hannah, did you have any big lie as well that maybe was as impactful?
Okay, you guys can call me out later if I think about it. I'm not sure which lies I told, except for telling Jackie I was keeping her at the last one. But besides that, I think I was pretty honest.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah, it sounds like that was a big one. And so I'm glad that you shared it because I didn't know about it. And so, yeah, that helps me. I don't think I have anything else. Good luck to both of y'all. I genuinely still don't know who I'm voting for at this point. Honestly, I think they're both are valuable. I honestly think that Hannah's game is the one that I wish I could have played. But at the same time, I don't know how the hell Papa's here. So like they're both an insane game. And so I appreciate you all both. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Garrett. I have to kick it over to the queen, when she didn't believe she was a queen, Miss Jackie. It is you. You are up. Wear that crown with pride. I will start your time now.
I mean, since there's like 5 people that gave up 3 minutes, you might as well just give me that extra 15 minutes, right?
You can
Oh,
have
we're trying
yep,
to go to bed.
you're good. Yep. We have time. So if you need longer than 7, you're good.
No. I'll make it quick. I promise. I almost feel like this is my finale too. My name came out of both y'all mouth like 27 times. So my question is not about y'all. It's about me because I'm petty. What did I do in this game that hurt either one of y'all where y'all had to like re-scramble? And then what did I do that helped you both? Both questions, both people. Take your time and answer. I'm sure inquiring minds want to know.
I'll go first since last time Hannah went first. The sandbox round that you were CPU obviously really hurt me. One of my close allies, Billy, went home. I obviously was still with the group, but it made me scramble because Billy was a main source of like, oh, this is how Hannah's feeling. And I was like, okay, this is how Garrett's feeling. So I had to go and regroup and really start talking with Hannah. Something that helped my game that you did, honestly, you weren't super open with me, but you were open enough to where we had a game relationship where we would be like, let's look out for each other, because whether that was true or not on your end, up until the final 5, I really was trying to look out for you, because I said, if there's anyone in this game that I would go to the end with that I would want to 100% lose to, would be you, because I feel like just the game that you played, I want to play. So it's like, just, you know, just having you half by my side really helped me in this game.
And
Well, thanks, Papa, saying you don't want to lose to me. Not worth it. Heard that. But Jackie, honestly, nothing you did like really hurt me. I know I lost some allies on your account, but those allies aren't me. I just regrouped. I kept going, kept it pushing. So I guess that just goes along with how you helped me, is that you never put me up. You were always pretty much a straight shooter. There was very few lies, and I knew I couldn't work with you because I was so scared of you. Which is a compliment, I swear. But you were always open and honest, and I appreciate it. And you didn't put me up.
You scared of somebody who never put you up? That's interesting. Okay.
Well,
Well,
I'm scared of like your position in the game. Like you're good. You're like good at comps and social. Like I'm saying you're great.
by the way, Gamers Paradise, this is the first time I've ever won more than the endurance comp. So shout out to Gamers Paradise for an amazing season. Y'all were awesome. And I think this is my finale too, because my name came out of everybody's mouth. So yeah, this was my game. Call it Jackie's Paradise 3. But
do your speech, girl. Like, do your finale speech.
So I'm gonna need some debugs after this. I did not compete after Final 5 because they did a good little switcheroo. Y'all saw it, but no. Congratulations to you both. Y'all got to a place where all of us couldn't get, as Reverend Sergeant Dr. Benny would say. So we are all rooting for you. Whoever wins, wins. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you, Jackie. Now, Sharonica, it is your turn. So please, mind your P's and Q's, but I'm kicking it over to you. Thank you.
Congratulations, you guys. You played the shit out of me. But I do have a question. If you can compare your game to a sex toy, what would it be and why? Hannah?
I'm just gonna go first and say that I'm a virgin. I also don't play with myself, and so like, I'm so sorry, but that's just the truth.
But do you know any sex toys you can compare your game to? Doesn't mean you have to play with yourself.
Okay, well, I shouldn't look up sex toys either.
All right.
I'm just trying to
Matthew.
think what's in my head. I don't know.
I'll let you think
I'm so
about it.
sorry.
Matthew, what sex toy can you compare your game to?
I'd say a sex swing, because I had hills and valleys, baby. I was up and down the whole game. So, if you push that little swing a little bit, I go all the way up
You a
and I come
sex swing?
I come crashing right back down too. Don't you worry.
All right. Let's see. For Hannah, why did you not want to work with me all game?
Oh my gosh, I knew you would say that. It was not all game. I swear to you, it was not all game. We actually chatted quite a bit in the beginning, and then our schedules like just didn't line up. And so like we would say, let's do a phone call, and I'd get on the call, and then you didn't come, and then I'd get busy, and then you're like, I'm ready now, and I'm like, I'm not busy, and then we just stopped talking after we like couldn't touch faces, and then the message came, and I think that was just it. It was just bad timing, and then I don't know. I think we both thought we didn't like each other, but I think it's just thoughts.
Okay, I respect that. And Matthew, start the POC rumor and why.
Okay. So I knew that this was going to be asked, and I did cry with production about this in the round that it was happening. So you told me round 1 or 2 that Jackie had called you on one of our late night phone calls. And she was like, oh, like, I really want to, keep the POC safe. Let's make a POC alliance. And you shot it down. And then the round and a half after, we brought it up again on a call because you were like, Jackie brought it up again. And I was like, okay. And I didn't want to think anything about it because I was like, I don't want to make that a storyline, and I don't want to make it something because like it shouldn't be something. If it's an alliance, it's an alliance. And Sean came to me and was like, I want to make an 8-person alliance. And I was like, 8. I was like, that's a lot. And I was like, and if Jackie's talking to Sharonica about a POC alliance, and then Sean wants to make an alliance, I was like, that's just too many people. So with just everything that was coming together and just things that were, being said to me, I put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, I don't want it to be seen like it's a POC alliance. I was like, but I think certain people are working together. And then Kennedy was also a big person pushing the POC narrative, because I was like, I don't want to push a POC narrative. I was like, I just want to push an alliance, because that's what it is. A 10-person alliance at Final 15 doesn't work, because Sean said 8 plus 2 people that aren't in it. So I was like, no. And then she's like, oh, that GIF and everyone that reacted to it, it definitely confirms it. And then it kind of ran from there.
Okay, so I don't recall having that conversation that way at all. I don't remember telling you Jackie said she wanted POC. I said after Phyllis left out the majority of the Black people in it, like I was down for POC, but Jackie shot it down. That's what I said. She shot the idea down.
Because we had a conversation, and I mean, it could have been mixed up, but
yeah,
you had said Jackie is very pro POC and other games.
Well,
and
yes,
the alliance
I did
got brought
say
up.
that. It seemed like she was pro POC. That's why I asked her about it.
Okay, so I just heard that someone shot it down, and then a round and a half later it got brought up again. So that's why I was like, oh,
I didn't bring it up after that. After she shot it down and Romeo shot it down, I was like, well, there's no POC alliance because they don't want a POC alliance. And that's not something I went around spreading anyone. That was a conversation between me and you. But I also wanted to know why did you not want to work with me in the beginning, and why did you feel the need to tell everyone everything I said to you? Was it because you was in a pregame alliance with people already, like I suspected, or was it because you thought I was a threat? And I don't know, like, what was your reason for throwing me under and over the bus?
So it's funny because round 1 in Cast Reveal, I was like, Sharonica is a huge player. Like every game I see that she plays, she does so well. So I was like, I have to watch out for her. And then after we had that first call, I did like game notes every night for the first like 2 weeks. And it's funny because the first game note, I go, I don't know if I want to work with Sharonica. And then the second day, I really trust Sharonica. And then it was Haley who was going back and forth and fucking all the shit that we were saying up. And then I was like, I don't know if she's saying this or if it's not true or what. I was like, because I know I'm saying some of this. So I know that when you come to me and you're like, oh shit, like Haley said this, I was like, is she doing the same thing with me? So that's when I really started to be like, oh, maybe I need to reconsider working with Sharonica for now. But once I won CPU again, and you're like, I'm not gonna kiss nobody's ass. And I was like, I'm not asking you to kiss my ass. I'm asking you to just have a conversation. That was me trying to rebuild that bond, because I genuinely do think that we played a very similar game and we were in a similar spot for a while. So just once it hit like a point where I was with Billy, Hannah, and Garrett, I just chose the people that I wanted to work with to the end. And at that point, I really couldn't. I tried to always push to
I
keep
cannot
you.
wait for Haley to come in here because I did not talk shit about you to anyone. Anyone who's in this game cannot say I talked badly about you before the whole bullshit happened.
I will
Because I
say,
definitely told everyone when they brought you up, I trust him. And I
the
did
notes
not
thing
say
was
anything.
true. The notes thing that she said was true, but she was also taking notes. So I took notes.
Who? Haley?
Yeah. So when Haley was like, "Oh, Papa's taking notes," I was, but also she was too. And we would come on call at the end of the night and talk about what you talked
It's
about.
crazy because I only had
So
one call with Haley, and then after that call, when I told you like Haley thinks you're in this pregame alliance, you need to go talk to her. She stopped talking to me after that, and I was like, "What the fuck did Papa tell her that she's like against me all of a sudden?" But that's interesting. That's very. I can't wait for the reunion part of this. I'm trying to see how many minutes do I have left.
You have time. Do whatever you need.
Oh, okay, Hannah, help me understand, because since we didn't really talk, I don't know what your game was the entire game. Help me understand what exactly did you do to outwit, outplay, outlast everyone? And did you influence the game or anything to happen in the game that benefited you or influenced someone going home? You know, did you do anything like that? What did you do and how?
Okay, let me just hear all that. Um,
You want me to repeat it again?
yes, please. Yes,
So
please.
basically, what did you do to influence anything to happen in this game? Like, did you convince anyone to take someone out? Like, did you get anyone to do your dirty work? Did you spread a lie that affected someone else's game? You know, things like that.
Okay. Well, I was very open that my targets from the beginning is I wanted the married couple out. And so I did keep that going, and I did when I purposely got paired with Jackie on the gotcha round. So that hopefully I was able to get her out that time. So I did that, just Tyler striking out kind of messed that up, or else that would have been a great move for me. Also I did vote Tyler out too, by the way. I didn't, there was no reason for me to influence votes because that's people playing for other people. You're only influencing votes if you really want this person to stay or really want this person to go. I'm just worried about me. If I'm not up, I don't care what happens to everyone else. And everyone should be playing a solo game, I think, because my game is going to adapt for me, regardless of who is here.
You got a real live org, not org, a real like big brother mind. Like if this was for $100,000, I'd be playing like you. But yeah, I get it. And so this is for both of y'all. How many alliances with who were like? How many alliances were you guys in, and with who, and which one were you more loyal to?
I'll go first. So in the beginning, I had a chat with me, Billy, Jackie, Sean. And then I had a chat, me, Kennedy, Billy, Tyler. And then I had a chat. A lot of them had Sean in them. It was me, it was the Power Rangers, it was another chat that Sean, it was like me, you, Romeo, Benny. It was the round that we were saving Benny. And then the four. I feel like I'm forgetting one. But the one that I was most loyal to throughout the whole game, like from when it was made until the point that it ended, was obviously the four of me, Hannah, Garrett, and Billy. But if I had to pick a second one, it would have been the chat with me, Sean, you, Romeo, Benny. Because I wouldn't have sat on call and bullshit and been like, let's save Benny if I really didn't want to save Benny.
And then you told us your type so quick. I was like, this motherfucker's good.
Yeah, I had the votes all counted out, and I have y'all types right
he
here
said, I'll
too.
go first. My type is light because I trust
I was
y'all.
like, I want
That's
people to realize
what
I'm
did
not
it for
lying.
everybody. I think that's what made everybody comfortable to tell their types when you did that shit.
Which was good. If I could elaborate real quick.
Uh-huh.
It was good because I knew King's type and I didn't know Benny's type. And everyone's like, oh, Benny needs to go because King needs to go because he's close to Sharonica. And then you switched your like, oh, I want to save Benny and not King. And I had the information of the types of the both of them. So I was like, well, this is their type and this is their type. So go figure it out.
Damn. So King got taken out because people thought he was working with me. That's crazy. Because
Yep.
he really wasn't. I'm sorry, King. I guess you were collateral damage. And Hannah, like what alliances were you in? Which one were you most loyal to?
Yeah, no, I was not alliance hopping because even though I will not stick my neck out for anybody, I am still loyal. I'm not trying to make deals with everyone. That's just messy. So my first alliance was Romeo Tasha, and I stuck with that until the round Tasha went, and I felt betrayed by Romeo. But before that, I was completely loyal to that. And then after that, when I regrouped, it was an alliance with Billy Garrett, and then the very next day, Papa was added, and that was just it. And I stayed with that. Also, I had all the types by day 3, every single last one.
Okay, Sharonica, you have any more? Or is that it? Wrapping up?
Yeah. Who was you guys' final two from the start to the finish?
Mine was Romeo initially, since he saved me on that first survival.
And then I said mine was Billy because we made a deal kind of in the beginning, like let's look out for each other and go to the end together. And then yeah.
And then I did not officially make one until right before Jackie left with Papa.
Okay, did you figure out your sex toy? If you could compare your game to a sex toy, what would it be and why?
Oh, I thought you were gonna like leave me alone. Oh, I don't know. Can I be like a double-ended dildo, like double the fun?
Yes, I love it.
Well,
I don't know
thank
how
you
that relates to game, but
All right,
Thank
I'm
you so
done.
much, Sharonica. Pleasure as usual. And rounding us out for the lounge is Benny. I'm going to kick it over to you, Benny.
Okay, so I was hoping I had some extra time, but then Sharonica kind of took it over. But please excuse if I go over this time. I got to do a little bit of fan service with Petty Benny because my 2 fans that I have haven't gotten enough of it in this game. So here we go. In the words of a very wise woman, I pretty much already have my mind made of who I'm going to vote for, but I'm still going to ask some questions because why not? Let me start off. I really don't have much to say about Papa's opening speech, but I do have plenty to say about Hannah. If I'm pointing the right direction on the broadcast screen, Hannah's opening speech over here. So Hannah, I do have a couple of counters to your opening speech that were said about me. And some of them involved the handcuff power. When I was campaigning to keep myself alive, I did expose my power to plenty of people just as a deal that like, hey, when the time comes, I'll keep you safe, I'll keep you safe, I'll keep you safe. But there were a few people that I didn't tell that to, one being Papa, one being Tyler, one being Billy. So I had, after Tyler was gone, there were only 2 options, which was Papa and Billy. I felt like it would be dumb to use against Papa because Papa is a fucking competition beast and he would have just gotten himself out of it anyway. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use it against Billy. Sorry, Billy, love you. But you're the only person that wouldn't have been like, damn, yo, who the fuck did? You're the only person that would have been like, damn, Benny really used his power against me when he said he was going to save me with it. So that was what it was. And then further along in the game, yes, I did agree to study with you. That was because I was trying to make a final two deal with yourself and I, because me and you were really close friends. I love Papa's game. Like Papa, when it comes to game related, I love Papa so much. And when it came to just friends and social related, Hannah, I loved you so much. So I love both of you. But the energy I got from you when I was proposing that study session, I didn't get that same energy back. So I'm not gonna lie, I did switch to Papa being my final two. I just didn't tell you because I was like, okay, whatever, fuck it. I had in mind that I was gonna win the shit because every competition that I've won has been a game memory competition. Unfortunately, I got fucked over by work too many times that round, and I ended up going out. That being said, how safe did you actually feel with me? Because when we were going through the game, we mostly just talked about shots and my whole stories and all that stuff. We never necessarily talked about the game until the times where you were either on the block or B, you know, the numbers were stacked against you. So how safe did you actually feel with Benny?
Well, the numbers were never stacked against me if I'm still here. And for that final two still, I think you should still give me credit that I did make all those notes. I typed them out and I sent them to you. So I did still do that. And
oh, I already had them
safe
written down. I had everything written down on my book. Trust me, I still got the book in my bag. I
we
was
had
ready.
stuff incorrect though. We quizzed each other, but it's cool. But as far as how safe did I feel with Benny, I knew we weren't working together. I knew you were closer to other people, but I still think friendship has some extent of influence. Just like how I said, I did not want to debug you or nominate you for that sandbox vote. I think friendship has some level of gameplay. So no, I know I wasn't your number one. I know you're not going to keep me over some other people, but yes, there was some extent of loyalty there, I believe. And
yeah,
I think you
you're
could
not wrong.
agree.
You're not wrong. Me as a rookie, still the rookie, this being my third game, I still didn't distinguish the difference between playing with my heart and playing with my gut. I play with my heart. I dedicated my loyalty to Sean. Sean, I fucking love you, but unfortunately, this isn't our show. But once Sean got taken out, I knew I had to change my game and ramp it to a whole new level. And that's when I became a little bit more savage with what I did. And that being said, I'm going to bring it over to my good friend Matthew. Damn, I lost track of what I was saying. My bad. It's the vodka. I said that because Sharonica said it. Okay, so Papa, this came from one of the things you said, I think with Sharonica or whatever, when you were talking about the initial when I was on the block and everyone wanted to save me. Did I catch that right? You said that like, fuck it, if he goes, he goes.
No. So I said that people wanted Kingon because he was close to Sharonica, and then Sharonica switched over to wanting to save you. And I said if I didn't want to be with the Alliance, I wouldn't have pushed to save you. And honestly, that round, my vote had absolutely no effect. Both of you had my 0. But I still voted to keep you because I wanted to show the Alliance in case there was a reveal who voted who power. That I was with you guys.
Okay, that makes sense. Unfortunately, just like Garrett, every alliance I was fucking in, besides that nice 3-piece combo, got blown up after one round. Love the 3-piece combo. I love y'all too.
Matthew blew it up. Why did you blow up the alliance?
Do you want me to? I can answer. So I blew up the Alliance because my loyalties were still fully elsewhere, but I wanted to work with you guys. So if I had 2 groups, I was insulated more than I was previously because I still didn't feel in the best spot because it got blown up, after round 2 or round 3. And that's when my game started to go downhill. So I was like, if I'm in 2 and one knows about one and one thinks they like know about one because it's like a pre-game thing or whatever, let them go after each other and not me, because listen, if I could survive, that would be great.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to ask you a similar question that I asked Hannah. I know, again, I'm still new to this shit, so I'm still trying to figure shit out and how I can fuck people's minds over. How many times did you feel like Benny was after me? I don't feel safe around Benny. Benny is gonna eventually get my ass. Pause on that. But Benny, yeah, like how often did you feel safe and or comfortable around Benny?
I felt comfortable around you to an extent because my vote never counted on you. So once we hit like 6, I went to Jackie and I was like trying to be like, look, you know, it's not best that Benny's here because he's setting himself up for final 3, which you did, because me and I think Garrett couldn't vote for you at that point, and then I think someone else only had half on you. But I didn't think that you were ever going to fully target me. I didn't think I was like your #1 target, because I feel like even though we didn't talk a lot, we were still like 10 minutes before our live, like, hey, what do you want to do? And then we'd be like, we're gonna do this, and then it's kind of like cool. And it was always just like a quick game relationship, and I felt better because I was like, if Benny is at least okay with me, I could try to work something out.
Okay, makes sense. And again, I love you both, but at the same time, at one point, I wanted both you motherfuckers out, because my final 3 was me, Jackie, Sharonica, when things came down. And had I won CPU, if me, Jackie, and Sharonica were still in, I would have taken myself out and had them two take the show over. Because at that point, the mission is accomplished for me. I love people. I love my friends. I love my allies. And that just, it is what it is. You know, like that's the love that I show for people. I think I have one more question for Hannah, but I'm losing it and it's coming back and I'm losing it again. Hannah, shit. So you said friendship, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, quote me if I'm wrong. Friendship was one of the bigger things in here that kind of, you know, is a good advantage and kind of helps people out in the games. This isn't the question I was going to ask, but I'm just going to switch over to it just because fuck it. How much did you play with your heart and how much did you play with your gut? And what were the heart feelings and what were the gut feelings?
Definitely mostly with my gut. I mean, I voted out Tasha and Garrett and debugged you. Like, I did not want to do any of that. So I was definitely playing with my gut.
Okay, so a lot of gut. And what about the hearts? How many heart things did you play with? And did it ever overpower the gut at any point in this game?
No.
No, not at
No.
all. So you were a straight gut player through and through. As far as okay, so Benny was never a threat. Question's done.
Okay. Thank you, Benny. You have heard from the loungers. This is your final time to sway them. Final 2. Hannah, Papa started. So Hannah, you will start with your closing. You'll have 5 minutes. Your time starts now.
All right. Again, just a reminder, whenever I was a final glitch, I never had any actual fear that I was going home. I always knew I had the votes to stay by the time I got there. But even with that said, I still always fought to get more votes to stay. I'm never just going to give up and just take an easy route. I always tried my hardest. I really did. And I know there were people I talked to less, and I'm so sorry if you guys feel that was personal. I promise it wasn't. I just don't like to make deals with everyone and betray everyone and lie and manipulate. And I feel like that's really messy gameplay to just promise everything to everyone, knowing you're not going to commit to it. So I guess it just depends if you prefer the honesty or not. It's up to you. And yeah, I really think, I know people think I just played a quiet, idle game, and that wasn't it. I think everyone else was louder, and the recourse for me to stay was to be quieter, which is not normally how I play. I promise. I'm normally like up there. But I switched my gameplay for this game as I was adapting to it. And I'm not as good at speeches as Papa, but I hope this is good enough. Also, there have been little inconsistencies with Papa has said, like with the Sharonica Haley situation, and then also when he said that he convinced Benny to vote out Jackie or something. Like, I already knew Benny was voting out Sharonica, and he said he did that, but Benny already told me right away he was voting out Sharonica. that was already set. So a little, I think I've been honest. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. And Papa, I'm going to kick it over to you. Your time starts now.
So I'll start with the last comment about the Benny thing. I said that Benny came to me and told me that he was voting out Sharonica. I just assumed that he would have voted out Jackie at first. But when he did that, that's when I went to you and told you to vote out Jackie, so it would tie 0-0. But like I said before, I began this game very rocky. Obviously, info was going everywhere. No one knew how to keep anything to themselves. Everything was being twisted. We've been through that whole thing. But as time went on, I was playing and really showed that my strategic and competitive abilities were out, like, off the roof. I'm tied with Benny for the most comp wins this season with 5. I was really going for the most comp wins this season or in the series, but I didn't get to do that. I was close enough. I was 2 away, so I count that as a win. Obviously, I had a lot of powers granted in this game to me that I used to further myself as much as I could. Each had a purpose, and I did everything in this game with valid reason to set myself up for future rounds. I am the only person in this game that has sat on the block and has not had a debug against me. I've sat on the block twice, and neither time that I've had a vote against me. I think I am the only person in this whole game other than people that were ejected or quit. I wasn't the only one with the types. I know that. I wasn't even the first person to know all of them. I got the majority of them from Billy, but I personally think that I used that information as much to my advantage as I could. I was always thinking of ways that votes could happen and what I could do to get the votes on my side, even when I wasn't in power. I have notes on notes on notes of rounds of when, even in Sandbox, if these people vote this way, who should we put up to ensure that we have the numbers on our side? And this is the other Sandbox round. Out of all of the game trivia comps, I won 2 of them. I think Benny won the other 2. I only lost the before or after comp when I was in a hotel room because I didn't have my notes on me, and I should have known that in the middle of the season, they were going to do a competition about it. But I still was one of the last 3 or 4 people in that comp, so it showed that I knew about the game. I played to win, and I never gave up. Even when the road looked like it was impossible to cross, I did it. I truly showed that I could play from any position in this game, either top, bottom, or middle. Call me a verse queen, I guess. So to quote what I said earlier, you can't have a good story without some conflict. It's about how you navigate the conflict and get to the resolution. This really relates to my game. I was at the face of debugging in round 4, but instead of dying like Tyler did and not talking to anyone and striking out, I played this game like I never have before. I set myself up to not be the main one in charge, but to not be the person on the complete bottom. I fought, and here I am. And if anyone should be the face of the season, I think it should be me. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Hannah.
Also, I have 5 comp wins too, guys.
Thank you.
Looks like we got ourselves a little bit of a stalemate here.
If you count part 2 and 3, and I count part 1, I have 6. So
thank you both.
7.
Thank you, Benny.
Y'all, Romeo said he has 1. Don't forget it.
Thank
Queen.
you all. You have heard from the 2 finalists. Now, this is how it's going to work. Listen carefully, loungers. I'm going to call you up one by one. You can say a little something. Don't give it away who you're debugging. You're debugging the name of the gamer you want to win. But you'll come up, give a little statement, and send me the name of the gamer to your RAM unit when I call you up. Okay? So Tasha, you could go ahead and give your little speech and then send me the name of the gamer you would like to win in your RAM unit.
This has been very interesting, listening to all the answers that were said. Jury chat is going nuts. But again, congrats to both of you. Like I said, you both played very different games. I am going to just go with my gut on what I feel, and that's it.
Okay, Tasha, go ahead and send me the name into your RAM unit. I'm gonna wait, and then I will getting all my fun markers. Maybe he wants to come out. And then I'll call up the next one. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me see. Okay, Sean, you can give a little something and then send me something to your RAM unit.
So all I'll say is with everything that happened with me in this game, for either one of you to say that how you maneuvered with me through the game was never personal, I completely took it personal after my character had been called out. So when people decided not to talk to me or decided to lie to me after said exchange, I definitely did take it personal. So whether that was your intention or not, it happened. Now we just have to deal with the repercussions.
Thank you, Sean. Go ahead and send the name of the gamer you would like to win to your RAM unit. Okay, Billy, you're up if you're still here.
Yes, both of you. I fucking adore you both. Both of you, I think, really, honestly, in my opinion, did really well tonight. Explaining your game, and whatever happens, just best of luck. And I think both of you should be very, very proud. And yeah, I don't really have much to say. I already said what I had to say. Just it's all love.
Billy, go ahead and send that to your RAM unit. Okay, Romeo.
Congratulations again to you both. I'm very, very proud of you both. And regardless of what happens, you both are winners in my eyes. And this is just the game. It's never, ever personal. Remember that. I love you both again, and good luck to you both.
Okay, Garrett.
So like they just get to hear all like the jury just like randomly say things. Like, is this a Big Brother thing or is that this game? What's going on here?
This is a Big Brother thing.
Yo, Big Brother's so whack. Y'all aren't hearing shit from me. Good luck with my vote. Y'all play great games. Big Brother sucks. I said it here. You can't vote me out anymore. You all suck for liking the show. I don't know why you watch it.
I don't watch it. I like it better playing.
Thank you, Garrett.
I'm not watching it either.
Go ahead and send me the name on who you want to win, Garrett, to your RAM unit. Okay, Jackie.
So again, congratulations for both of y'all being here. Y'all did something that all the rest of us couldn't do. I'm gonna give y'all a quote. This is something that I want both of y'all to think and remember when you take this on every game. I know, Papa, you are like, what are you, like a celebrity or whatever? And then Hannah, you are too, and you said this was your first time at a finals. Like, just remember this everywhere you go. To be the best, you must beat the best.
Thank you, Jackie. And you can go ahead and, oh, you did already. Thank you much. Okay. Up next is Sharonica.
First of all, Garrett, this is not a Big Brother format. So I don't watch the show, but I played a regular format. You should try it someday. Congratulations again. I love both of y'all. I don't have any personal feelings towards y'all outside of game or in game. I get it. I'm glad we had this round table. I have a better understanding. and I respect it. But Papa, you're a messy ass bitch. You need to do all that. But I still fuck with you.
Thank you, Sharonica. Go ahead and send the name of the person you'd like to win to your RAM unit.
Can we all take a shot? Because I don't think any of us are at work. Jackie, you can take a shot of like water.
Garrett's
or
at work.
something.
Yeah.
Take a
Garrett's
shot
at
of the
work.
expired pop. I don't care.
You know I ain't doing that. Got 100
Dude,
kids
it's
moving in
probably like the
tomorrow, I
same
ain't doing that
effect.
shit.
It's probably the same effect. You should
I'm
just do
still
it.
waiting, Sharonica.
My Discord is like frozen.
You could message it to Drew on Zoom then.
Only me though. You know how to do
Yeah,
that?
only, yeah,
Okay.
not publicly.
Wait, I think it's working. Hold on. I'm voting who I want to win, right?
Yes. Okay, thank you, Benny.
Again, congratulations to both of y'all. I had to let the petty Benny out for a second. Fan service like a motherfucker. Okay, I'm trying to get more fans. I love both of y'all. I love everybody in this jury. At the end of the day, I played this shit to have fun and pass time at work because work for me is very, very, very fucking stressful. And it's just a great escape. And I'm taking my hiatus after this until I get back to the States to more stress. That being said, the end of this game shot is about to be lit, okay? Because your boy is already kind of sort of lit. And damn. Oh, yeah. And as I said before in my closing speech and also on the Facebook page, I still do strongly believe that I did lose to the two best people, with an exception of Jackie, because I should have lost to Jackie as well. But, you know, unfortunate shit happened for her.
Our final. It's both of them. Here too.
Yeah, that being said, best of luck to the both of you. Love you all.
Thank you, Benny. If you can go ahead and send the name to your RAM unit.
But just so you know, Benny and everyone, there's going to be a before vote shot and then an after vote shot.
I'm for it. You got to realize I am for this shit. Okay, let's go. Like,
I was like, we discussed this when we were like, when do we want to take shots? Because we're taking them.
I also
Yeah.
have to say, I didn't mention this before. I do appreciate, because I'm pretty sure motherfuckers already had their mind made up before. Well, I knew that y'all had y'all's mind made up beforehand. If I would have lost the top three, that I was going home. So I do appreciate y'all showing some sentiment and matching me in my bullshit ass camo. What colors? Like that meant a lot to me. Like y'all don't even know. Like I felt the love with that.
Oh my gosh, I just wanted to match. We made it here.
Matching.
Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, before you take your shot, and Sandy, if you want to link the pre-lounge, you definitely they can be here for the
Queen Phyllis.
Hey Phyllis, if Phyllis is not here.
She said she might be running a little late.
As long as she's here throughout the night, I don't care.
Papa and I agreed that Phyllis is the winner.
Okay. Now, if everyone can mute for me, please. And Sandy, make sure as the pre-launch comes in, they mute as well, because clearly it's not their time yet. Okay. Before I reveal the debugs, we have to get to the school yard picking. So, Hannah, you did win the final CPU. Who will be picking a lounger first, you or Papa?
I can't figure out which order is better. I feel like so not smart, which is not a, I don't even know if that's proper English. But I'm going to choose first.
Okay, so please tell me the name of the first lounger whose debug only counts as one.
Benetress.
Okay. Papa, please tell me the name of the loungers vote who only cost one.
I'll do Garrett.
Okay. Hannah, who is the second one who can only have one debug?
Billy.
Okay. Papa, who is the second one who can only have one debug?
I'll pick Tasha.
Hannah, this is last pick, obviously for you. Who will get 2 debugs? Between Sean, Romeo, Jackie, Sharonica.
Romeo.
Okay, Romeo's is worth 2. And Papa, whose is worth 2 between Sean, Jackie, and Sharonica?
I'll let the queens of the jury have their 3. So I will pick Sean.
Okay, so Tasha, Billy, Garrett, and Benny's vote. Sorry, debug counts as 1. Sean and Romeo's counts as 2. And Sharonica and Jackie's counts as 3. Are y'all ready?
No, you said we can take a shot before you read them.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Take your shot. Take your shot.
Does everyone have
Okay.
their alcohol?
Sorry,
Everyone is drinking.
LOL. Pretend like I'm
Y'all already know I got mine poured up and ready. Let's do
There's
this shit.
fucking, I walked
Hey,
out.
stop the bullshit, man. Let's go. Hey, let's do this.
Hey, yeah, sorry. We'll talk to Phyllis
cool.
after.
All right.
All right, cheers.
Okay, here is to an amazing season. I love you all.
Congrats,
Hurry up,
y'all,
Papa.
on an
We're
amazing
going.
season. We appreciate it.
Wait, who won? I missed it.
We're taking a
We're
shot.
we're taking a
Hasn't
shot
happened,
before the
bitch.
reveal.
Did I get picked?
Your debug counts as 3.
Sharonica, you
Okay.
win. You win
Wait,
the
who
game.
picked me?
No one picked
No
you.
one did
No
because
one.
you and Jackie were left, so you each get 3. Your debugs count as 3.
I said Larry.
That's
I
a good
thought
thing,
I was
Sharonica.
Is that a
the
good
dirty
thing?
pot.
Yeah, because your
Papa.
vote, your debug
Yeah,
counts as
you
3.
and Jackie
Oh.
have the most power in this vote right now. Yes, it's a great
Tasha,
Oh,
don't call me out.
shit.
Okay. Y'all ready? Let me do one thing real quick because I just
Hold
need
hands with Hannah.
I just
Who are
need
the
to
finalists?
and the
The finalists are Matthew, Papa, and
and
Can I
Hannah.
hold hands for both of y'all? Because both of y'all are on each side of me. So
Hold
here we go
hands
right
with
here.
Benny
Boom.
too.
I just got
I
my
got a
nails
yellow
done.
shirt, by the way. I got like a Street Fighter shirt if you want me to change my shirt.
Oh my god, so we planned yellow, so do it.
Go ahead. You have time, Benny, if you'd like to.
I bet. I got to put the shirt on backwards though.
Not to try to
because,
make
like,
us hold
there's
our
nothing
arms
on
up
the front.
again. This is Jackie.
It's the back. I don't have a gray shirt. I wear black, blue, and yellow.
Beatrice,
why.
are you changing or not?
Yes, ma'am. Had to call me out like that, man. Shit. I'm just
Oh my god.
explanation.
Not this.
Give me a second. I'm just putting my stuff in here.
I just want to shout out the pre-lounge. It's so great seeing
Yes,
your
it's so good
faces
seeing you all.
Thank you.
We missed you all. And stay tuned after the winner, the ultimate gamer, we will be doing awards. So
Yes.
You know what? It took too much effort to try to find my Street Fighter shirt. This Michigan jersey has yellow in it, so I'm putting this on. Fuck it.
It worked.
Is an award for someone with the best cat ears? Is that an award?
no.
Wouldn't that be automatic for you because you're the only one?
Yes, exactly.
We love Gregory.
Okay. Is everyone ready? It is the moment of truth. Okay. So I am going to start with the mini challenges that you did.
Fuck them.
So they all competed in 5 mini challenges that had happened throughout the season. The first one, Tasha and Benny should be familiar with. It was the one where there was a picture hidden behind the photos and they had to remove a square, and then whoever got it in the least amount of guesses would win. The winner, and I'm just revealing the winner. I'll reveal if you need to want totals later, I will. The winner of the unhide competition or quest and earning their first debug, Hannah. So that is 1 debug to Hannah. It takes 10 debugs to win because there is 19 mixed between the challenges and the loungers.
I got a question. Did y'all make it harder?
Oh, it
on
was
that
so
one?
hard. I
Wasn't
got
it?
4.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Up next was the bridges. The bridges puzzle. The winner of this Papa. So we're tied. 1 debug Hannah, 1 debug Papa. Up next was the blowing one, where you had to blow cards off the cup. Whoever was left with whoever had the least amount, I will say you both were ended with 1 left, and you were separated by 2 seconds.
It was horrible.
The winner of this one, earning their 2nd debug, was Hannah. So Hannah currently
Not us tying again.
Hey, yo, this finale is more lit than I thought it was, man. This is suspenseful as fuck.
Hannah currently has 2 debugs. Papa has 1. Up next was the shuffle cup, where you had 1 cup at the bottom. You had to pull it to the top, and then the top to the bottom, and then switch hands. The winner of this one was Hannah. So that is 3 debugs Hannah, 1 Papa. Then we had the fun spoon stacking one, where you had to stack the spoons. This was the alternate ending challenge for those who remember. The winner of that one was Papa. So going in to the loungers debugs, Hannah leads 3-2. So it is time for the loungers. Let's start with those who had one lounge vote, or 1 lounge debug. Tasha voted for Hannah to win. Hannah currently leads 4-2. Billy voted for Papa. That is 4 Hannah, 3 Papa. Benny cast his debug for Papa. That is 4 Papa, 4 Hannah. Garrett cast his debug for Hannah. That is 5 Hannah, 4 Papa, as we move in to the next 2. Sean's is worth 2 debugs. Can't see it. I know it's bad. Sean casts his debug for Papa. That is 6 Papa, 5 Hannah. Romeo cast his debug for Papa. That is 8 Papa, 5 Hannah. Hannah, you need the next 2 to win. Sharonica, her debug was worth 3. The winner of Gamers Paradise 2, Papa. Congratulations, Papa. And Jackie has also voted for Matthew Papa. So by a debug score of 14-5, congratulations, Papa. You are the ultimate gamer. Congratulations. You want to go ahead and mute? Say how you're feeling?
I didn't expect to win 14-5. I thought it was gonna be 10-9 or some crazy shit like that. Thank you all. This season was fucking crazy. And I'm just shocked. Like, thank you.
And Hannah, 2nd place is a big feat. You are our only runner-up of the series, since we did have 2 winners last season. How are you feeling?
I mean, it's still awesome to get here. So now 2nd place is my best placement. And also, I'm already on the I1 Entertainment banner. So I guess we can make room for a new face.
This is very true. This is true. Well, I want to thank you both. I know there were some hiccups along the way, a little stressful in there, but in the end, you did what 16 other gamers could not. Matthew Papa, you are the ultimate gamer. Congratulations.
I challenge. No, I'm just playing.
There was no way it would have tied Sharonica, since there was 19 debugs. There was no way.
Well, yeah.
And if it did somehow
But if
tie,
it- If
If
it did
did tie, it would
tie,
have went to
Phyllis
won
would
the
have
most
won.
challenges.
Period.
Oh, I would have
So
voted for Phyllis.
true. So
Phyllis
true.
would've-
Yeah, no.
So true.
Phyllis, have they been telling you how much I'm obsessed with you?
Everyone's obsessed with Phyllis.
we love you, Phyllis.
Queen
We-
Phyllis.
Okay, it's
we
time
love
for
you,
a
Phyllis.
shot.
Before it gets too crazy, I want to jump
Oh.
into awards. That way, if anybody wants to leave, they can. But I'm going to do awards. I think we have it all filled out.
Can
Yes.
we not be like, can you not? Oh, you gotta be in the full screen.
What?
Oh, hit remove
Oh
spotlight.
yeah, we're in the
Yeah,
full
remove
screen view
spotlight.
right
You can
now for some reason.
you do the view up in the upper
Go
right.
yeah, the view at the
do
top
gallery.
and click gallery. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Thank you all for an amazing season. It was a pleasure hosting y'all. But let's get to these awards.
Most petty, Sharonica. No, I'm just playing.
Okay.
Congrats, Matthew Papa. Here's a shot for you, baby.
Yes, another shot for Papa.
Not
Congratulations.
Papa and I already did it.
I was gonna say you're a little behind.
I was.
Y'all
feeling the
didn't say
doggy.
shit when y'all did it, and I poured.
We
hey,
just
I-
gestured.
I
We
said
just
run, take a
gestured.
shot. I said
Okay,
because they're
well,
trying
no,
to do.
you got to do it.
Okay, well,
awards.
cheers.
Hey, we're not bullshitting right here. We got to do the actual one. Pull them shits up, and oh, we still live. Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh.
We're
Okay,
gonna do
y'all.
superlatives.
We're
All
gonna
right,
get
award
to
show.
we're gonna get to the
Award show.
awards. Here we go.
This is the
I don't-
Unleashed Benny. Y'all didn't get to see in the live because I was
I
always
don't
at
have-
work. All right.
I don't have any first, second, third. It's just gonna be who has it. So the first award goes to the Gone Too Soon Award. I know a lot of you would be rooting for Phyllis. I love you, Phyllis. We did want to give this to you, but the person who was gone too soon, absolutely robbed, was none other than Brandon. Brandon,
I knew you was
gone
gonna say
too
that.
soon.
I would give it to
Love you,
Gone
Brandon.
way too soon, legend.
Legend.
I love you, Brandon.
Love you, Brandon.
Stop. Things
Facts.
Up next is the bet. Oh, Sandy, do you want to switch off or do you want me to read them all?
Sure. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
our best,
Great.
and guys, I promise I actually live in a house. I just am like a lizard. So it's the summer. I like my time is on the computer and I like the heat. So that's why I'm in the garage. Fuck off. Okay.
That's so
Best
weird.
pre-juror.
I have a mini heater on next to me.
The best pre-juror award goes to the most active and most enthusiastic pre-juror, Haley. Congratulations.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Haley.
Loved Haley's like 50 comments on the stream every single time. It was amazing.
Queen
Watch.
Haley. So the next
Right, like I
award,
got out and I was like, fuck that.
the next award was the best jury performance award, and that goes to Benny.
Drunk Benny and Petty Benny mixed together is such a good combination. I love it.
Okay, this is one of my favorite titled awards. This is the Lie Detector Determines That Is a Lie Award. And that goes to none other than our winner, Matthew Papa.
Most
What
liar
was
I
the
knew
lie?
this whole game.
No, you got to put it out there. What was the lie? Like, what made that?
Everything.
Everything was a fucking lie. Everything about me.
It kind of was.
Order.
But it got me here.
That's so
It was like
good.
he was
liar,
really
Papa.
good at
It's
like
all you.
he was really good at like saying a truth, but like twisting it in a way that it was
I
like
tried to
not
tell
the
y'all.
truth anymore.
I told y'all.
But,
I told y'all.
but like
told y'all.
the foundation of the like the statement, there was truth to it, but like what
You
actually
just gotta
came out.
speak with
Yeah.
confidence. That's it. Confidence gets you a long way, whether it's true or not.
Yes,
Keep
it
doing
does.
I love
Yes,
hey,
it
that's
does.
what our
He did
presidents
the
do in the
shit.
United States.
He does the
Sandy, you can read the next one and I'll read the one after that.
Okay, the most rootable.
Yep.
The most rootable award goes to the ones that we rooted for the most. And the top person goes to our resident RA Garrett. Most rootable.
Thank you. I'm a whole director, not an RA,
Wait,
but
who
thank
the
you.
hell was
It's
rooting
because
for
you got
Garrett?
all those
Sorry,
fucking
whoops.
compliments for being attractive. Fuck you,
Who
Garrett.
was
That's why I
rooting-
don't like
Wait,
you.
wait,
You're
wait.
getting
Who
all
was
these
rooting for
compliments about
Garrett?
being-
Production?
No.
This is all Productions Awards, honey.
They should have rooted for Jackie.
Oh,
What the
okay.
fuck?
That y'all
well-
was okay because she was pregnant.
How many
Literally.
compliments did Garrett get in
Even
this
if she
game?
wasn't pregnant,
Oh,
she played
he's
so
hot.
good.
Oh,
She
I can
held
see
a
his
cup
dick
in
pic.
her
I
hand.
can-
Okay. The next
With her
one,
blood pressure high.
I'll do the next two and then we go back to where we were, Sandy. So the best moment award has to go to none other than Billy playing his beta test and still leaving the game.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
was
That
funniest
hurts.
shit
That still
ever.
hurts.
It's okay, Bill. Hey,
And
I'll
then,
stop
death,
for
life or
laughing in your
death.
face like
that was a
that.
good one. So up next, the most quotable award. This was a tie between Sharonica and Matthew Papa.
Quotable.
Facts, bro. The things that
Come
Sharonica says is
on.
fucking crazy.
Sharonica, you said people made your nipples hard. Like, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Bro, when she asked y'all about the sex toys, I died.
And you brought a vibrator out on day one.
That's a very Sharonica
You
question.
really
I did,
did.
bro.
Expected to
I
ask it during
forgot
the
I
jury,
did that. That's so funny.
Drew, you need to do the next one because you didn't specify.
No, I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. Take that one out. I don't know what that is. I don't know.
All
what
right,
that
so we're
is.
gonna skip that. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
don't know
the
what that is.
next award is the Stuck in the Middle
Wait,
award.
you didn't say if me and Papa
Oh, that's
won
Garrett.
that.
That's
No, you
Garrett like a
tied.
motherfucker.
You
Hey,
tied.
give it up for Garrett.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
it was
tied.
both
I
of
love
you.
time
Yeah.
with Sharonica. She's
But
so
what was
good.
our quotes? What quotes?
No,
was
just you were just
quotable?
quotable the whole
Just
season.
the most
Oh.
quotable players in the game were you two. Like y'all had the
Okay.
one-liners that had production rolling. Like, did you just hear what they
Okay,
said
I
on the
get it.
call? You know, yeah. Okay, so the next award is the Stuck in the Middle award. This is the person that, at least from my perspective, was in the middle and could have, should have, would have. Yeah, Billy.
He wasn't in the middle with me. I don't know where he was going.
He was in the middle. He wanted
he
Pop
was in the
out
middle.
badly. But
Girl,
what do you think
Oh.
about
I'm
it?
not
Why didn't you
shocked.
talk to me then?
Okay, you should have talked to me because I wanted
I would have said Brandon or
Sweet.
Garrett for
Love
middle.
you, Papa.
Billy, I love you and
I
hate
love
you.
all of
We should
you,
have talked
but
more.
again, production
And fuck
sees
you for that.
everything.
No, Benny,
so
that's the
I
one.
think
That's
we
the
have
one
the
I think
most educated opinion here, babies.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. The funniest award goes to Sharonica.
It better go to me.
That was
Hands
easy.
down.
That was
Solid.
easy.
It makes
Dude,
sense.
she
That was
made me
easy.
laugh.
Easiest award ever.
Easiest
That's
award by
Every
far.
call that we had, I died out of every call I've had.
Drew,
But
I'm just gonna
You
do
gotta
the
be
next
like, look,
two.
I had a
They're like the
24-hour shift.
I
I
guess
wish
in
some
which
of
I
these
had a
calls
phone
were
call with
recorded.
Sharonica.
Okay,
Before
All
we
right,
move on to the
here we
next
go.
award- Before we move on to the next award, I gotta say, I had a 24-hour shift where at least 13 of those hours was on the phone with Sharonica, and the bullshit that we talked about, like, it kept me awake without a fucking energy drink. Like, I was like, I'm falling
I
asleep, but
hope
the shit that Sharonica was saying was
y'all
keeping me
Y'all
come
awake.
to
save
And it
my
was
this
so
for the
funny
funeral
and
when
so
I
good.
die.
Save this
Yeah,
stuff
save this
for
for the
the
reunion because we're gonna get through the awards. and
Save
then
it.
talk.
Yeah, save it. All right, so the next one is the most robbed pre-juror and the most robbed juror that we feel like had so much potential, so much more to give, and it was just robbery. The most robbed pre-juror, Brandon, you know it. You know you were robbed.
Thanks,
And
Papa.
I thought he
And
was
the-
gonna go really far, honestly.
and this is so funny. Robbed because of the CPU Papa won, and the pre-juror award robbed sitting next to Matthew Papa is Tasha. Robbed jury queen, princess.
I love her so much. I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you. I was very sad to be voted out, but at least
I
I made
hosted that
jury,
live and I hated Drew for a week afterward because he made me do that to you, Tasha.
and I would just like to say, Brandon, I beat you.
Okay, but like,
A little
how
bit of
about the
pettiness.
kid who flipped on me and then struck out so I couldn't make jury? But okay.
I
would've
love
kept you if you were
Brandon.
up against
I wanted
Tasha,
to
Brandon.
fucking see more of Brandon.
Y'all let him get through these awards so we can get to the T.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
you're right. Let's get to the awards so we can get to the T. You're right. Let's go. I want the
Okay.
tea. Not no Kool-Aid. I want the
The
tea.
next one is the best reads award. They had the best reads in the game. They knew what was going on. That goes, he already knows, Mr. Garrett.
And he kept that shit to himself.
The next award, the gamer with the most potential award. Maybe not have met the max potential, but that goes to Benny.
I love
He
it,
did
but I
have
hate it.
the potential.
Congrats.
Love it,
Like
but I
Summer
hate it.
Walker said. You got
Thank you.
Okay. Up next, the nicest award. This goes to our fellow queen, Jackie.
I love you, Jackie.
I tried because these pregnancy hormones had me mad. When I was on the block with Hannah and I was cussing y'all out, that was because I was tired, hungry, and aching. Look,
It was the baby girl. Just blame it on the baby.
Well deserved. You sat on call with me for like 2 hours crying. So you get it, girl.
I worked in the WICU, so I know how them women can be. Jesus Christ.
I'll do. You want to do the double one?
What double one?
Oh, the
We're on
next two after mine. Double them up.
We're on this.
18 and 19. You could double up. Okay, so the biggest pot stir award.
No, you missed the 8-16.
Oh shit! Sorry. Well, I'm gonna do pot stir anyway. Raise your hand if you think that was you. It's you,
Papa.
Papa.
Raise your hand.
Papa.
Papa.
It's Papa, hands down.
Straight up.
It worked. It worked.
And it was Papa, right? Are we right?
Everything was him. He ran this game.
And
with
I told
lies.
y'all before I left, but nobody won the fucking.
And when
list.
Haley went home,
Girl.
I was like, thank God, because she was one of two people clocking me.
Listen, I was gonna work with you for a while, but it was so hard because you're so good. You fucking won the game. Like, what do you want me to do? Like,
He was
I
skating
knew
on
it.
a lie board.
Haley, I can't wait to see you in more games, Haley. I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to see you in more
appreciate that.
games.
You're amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that.
My next, Sandy. You should probably do this one because I didn't.
Yeah, okay, I'll do confessional list and then you'll do 18 and 19. All right, the best confessional list. Thank you all for following the rules, meeting with me. I feel like I got to know y'all and it makes the end of this game so sad because I feel like I spent a lot of time with y'all, probing you, getting into your mind. But the person who had the best confessional sessions and I kind of just didn't want to leave, Romeo. Oh,
Yep.
Romeo.
I bet he did.
Yep.
Mine were the worst.
Panda didn't like mine. He rushed me off my shit. Like, all right, girl, you good.
Because you were in the car half the time, and like fucking glitching.
Okay. You want me to do the next two? Okay. The best strategic pre-juror award goes to none other than Brandon.
Love you, Brandon. Robbed.
The
Oh my
best strategic jury award. This may come to a shock as some of you.
There
know.
we go.
But you very flourished and you may be surprised about this, but it goes to Sharonica.
Oh, shit.
Not really.
Okay.
I knew
I'm
once
not-
she stayed, she was gonna make it far. I knew it.
Mean.
I don't know how, but I love it.
No, you were so good. Like I said, you played the game that I was playing, but better.
Sandy, you're next, I think.
Sorry, I was reading some. Okay. Oh, the best rivalry. So we really didn't have like super big rivals. Like there was like in coming in. Okay, it was Sharonica and Papa for a little bit, but like the rivalry that really like I think dictated a lot of the end game goes to Sean versus Garrett.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I told you, Garrett, not to do it.
Okay.
You should listen to me.
This next one,
Okay.
this ties into their exit as well, but what happened before their exit too. This goes to the best exit award. I will never forget their facial expression when they went on the block. So this goes to Haley. Haley, this is good.
Listen, I knew when Sean won, I was done. Sorry, I knew
We
it.
did not listen. We didn't expect you to react like that. You left on a good note.
Because
So,
I felt like when you feel safe, that's when you know like you're gonna go. Like you should not feel safe at all. And I felt a little like really safe during that. So when I was put up, I was like, yo, what the fuck's going on? Like I need to turn around
What
my
was
game.
going on is you were about to be debunked.
The thing that was going on is that you were just on the wrong side of an alliance. So when it comes to that sandbox challenge with alliances, if you're not on the same side as the alliance, you're kind of
Yep.
fucked.
I
All
shouldn't
right,
have done
next award.
sandbox.
Next award. Sorry to move this along, y'all. Okay. The biggest challenge threat award goes to Matthew Papa.
It should go to Jackie or Benny. I'm sorry. Hold on.
No, baby.
Wait.
The only thing I knew was that I
No.
remember games, and only because like I tried to forget about work, and I'm like, fuck work. What's the game going on?
I honestly think you should change that and give it to Jackie because she ate the comps and she was like, I ain't gonna win a comp. I'm only gonna win this one, and won 4 more or 3 more, whatever.
But I will say that Jackie is the queen, and I also agree to pass it to Jackie. All in favor.
Y'all can give your gamers vote too. Thanks.
All in favor, say aye.
I agree, y'all.
Aye.
It was a tough call, but okay. This next one is the Yet to Blossom Award. You have the makings to be an amazing, amazing player, but don't make day one mistakes. Queen Phyllis, this goes to you.
And I don't think she's in a room. She's missing her award. That's so iconic. That's
I don't know if you're here, Queen Phyllis, or sorry, if you're here, but you won an award.
She's too busy making new alliances.
No, she had a face mask on. She had a face
All
mask
right.
on. She's taking
Our Smooth Talker Award. Not that it was like it worked, but they tried. Smooth Talker Award goes to our resident Australian, Billy.
Smooth talker.
It's the accent. The accent is what got him with the smooth talking.
I had not all I remember was him crying.
It was the accent. No, the accent pulled everybody in. Like and
I love you, Billy. I do.
Okay, this next one, yeah, of course I get it, is the worst Wi-Fi award. That goes to
Drew.
Benny
Straight
and
up.
Drew. No, we gave it to be Benny and Drew. Both get
Benny, yeah.
No, bullshit. Because most of the time
Benny's
I use
excuse is
data
he's halfway
when I was
across
at
the
work. That
world.
don't
What's
count.
your
That
excuse,
and
Drew?
his Wi-Fi was
Your
really
basement?
good.
That's your excuse?
Yeah.
He's halfway underground.
Yeah,
Okay,
what
but
town is
like
that?
the fact that you're only underground and
I'm in
even when
Korea,
you,
man. Come on,
Hey,
man.
hey, I live with my parents, so I don't pay for my Wi-Fi. So
I would like
I used to have
to-
top of the line Wi-Fi, baby.
I'm in Korea
I would
with
like to
American
say-
shit. Why didn't Sharonica get it? Sharonica lags so much.
Do I?
She does
She's
not.
doing good right now.
I do lag? Oh shit.
All
With the
right,
old shit, I
so
didn't get it. You know, like
our
you.
next
No one
award
complained?
is called the Wave Rider Award. They were able to be fluid as best as they can and ride the natural waves that were occurring in the game. And that goes to Garrett,
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What did I just get?
the Wave Rider Award.
Oh,
The
okay.
person who was
okay.
able to ride the waves and the
Yeah,
ebbs and
gnarly
flows of the game.
cowabunga. Let's go.
The next award goes to the best blind side of the season. And that goes to you once again, Haley. Gotta give it to Haley for the best.
Fuck you, and I said that shit.
The most surprising player award, and this goes, I guess, the people who I know a little bit better. No, well, it's specifically this person. I know this person. I posted this person. They've always got double digits, and so the fact that they were able to actually do some shit in this game and make it so far, Sharonica, most surprising award.
I'm glad I surprised you, Sandy.
So this next award is the Silent Assassin Award. This player knew how to play hidden and do it very, very well, almost to a T. That goes to none other than my other half, Hannah. So congratulations on winning the Silent Assassin Award.
Okay,
You ain't gonna say nothing?
I'll throw anyone's name out award.
You know who that
Goes to our winner, Matthew Papa.
Papa.
As now he's gone. Just kidding. He's here.
Yeah, how are our final two
No,
not
he's
here?
still
What's
here.
No,
happening?
they're here.
Yeah,
They're both
the final
here.
two aren't here. What the fuck?
No, they're both here.
They're here.
This will be their moment. They're muted. They don't have anything. Off camera, muted. Like they.
Okay. This next one is the most chaotic award. And that goes none other than Sharonica.
Oh,
Yes,
wow. I thought it
sir.
was Papa again. Why am I
Nope.
care? Oh, because I blew up the main chat a lot. Okay.
Wait, what's the award?
She won
It's
the
because
most
you got a
chaotic,
love
and you
triangle with
won.
me and Garrett. That's why.
You
So you gotta
won.
pick one right now.
You won.
After the
I'll
awards,
throw
you gotta
out
pick one.
anyone's name award.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
Our most independent gamer award. Sometimes work through the alliances, sometimes it was a very independent minded. Goes to our runner-up, Hannah.
Congratulations, Hannah. I'll give out the next two since they go hand in hand. So these awards are always big in these games. We're going to start with the biggest hero award. Our biggest hero goes to Jackie.
I agree. She saved my
What does that
ass too
mean?
many times.
What does it mean to be a hero? Like
It
Wonder
should have been
Woman?
Sean.
We didn't even do
Well
it.
deserved.
Drag,
Share it
Well
with
deserved.
Sean,
Jackie and
since
drag
Sean.
my
Drag
ass
it
to
out.
fourth.
Sean, you changed the way I look at these org games. So I look at you as my biggest hero.
So we'll be Superman and
Jackie is
Wonder
also fired too, because once Sean left, I had to
No,
look at Jackie.
Jackie's the hero for
And
me.
then the next one is the complete opposite, the biggest villain award. And that goes to none other than our
Come on.
winner, Papa.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Fucking douchebag. You
Every
deserve
game
it.
I have
Fucking knew
played,
it. God damn
except
it,
for
Papa.
one.
I fucking hate you. Burn in hell.
I came
Go
back
to
for
no,
a
Wait a minute.
fuck
returning
that. Go to
season.
double hell with gasoline draws on.
I came back for a returning season. That is the only time I got hero. Every other time it's villain. So
I
sure.
usually get the
I'm a
villain.
villain
That's not the
too,
most
so
victim award.
congratulations. Our next award goes to the gamer with the best poker face. Sometimes I really didn't know what they were going to do or what they were going to say. Maybe that goes along with the independent mindedness, but congratulations, Hannah, you have the best poker face, baby.
Who?
That's weird. I play bingo, not poker.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm dead.
Maybe you should switch games.
The
Some
next
of my friends are poker players. Maybe.
The next award goes to the most underestimated award. I think they underestimated themselves too. I feel like had you come out of your shell and you made the moves, you very well could have went deep into this game. You made it a little too late. Billy, that belongs to you.
Okay, so this award, this game and all the games that we play and all the shows that we like, at the very core, in the heart of it, it is a social game, a social experiment, and a social experience. And a lot of people didn't really take that to heart as best as they could. This person faked it till they made it and spoke to every single person, even if they were against him, even if he knew that he was just going to talk shit to them through this conversation. Papa, you were the social butterfly, and everybody should definitely learn something from how you play this game socially.
The next award.
Stop acting shocked.
I didn't think I was that social. I stopped talking to people for 6 days.
No, well, I mean, sometimes you take a step back, but I honestly feel
Take
like the
notes.
Wait,
Take
I have to
notes.
say this to
Take it
reunion,
down.
not to say something about Papa right then.
No.
Please remember this so I can
Just
comment.
say it. Just say
Oh, no,
it.
No, we said we're waiting till the reunion.
Yeah, until the reading. Yep.
But I got you.
Okay.
But I love you.
The next one is the best storyline award. This person's journey throughout the game was definitely one that I think, yeah, they didn't end up winning, but I think their story ended up wrapping up nicely. And I hope they enjoyed their time in the game, but we have to give the best storyline award to Sean.
Silence. Appreciate it. Great story. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We nodded our
No, I'm your
heads.
biggest fan, Sean. Sean, I'm your biggest fan. Love you.
No,
Bro.
Sean, you definitely had a great story.
No,
Great
yeah,
story.
you did.
That
No, I
didn't
don't know
even
what the
end.
story was.
It didn't end when you left. Your story impacted the rest of the game. We are
Mhm.
now gonna move on to
You will see in my
the most
confessionals that I was talking about.
lovable, the most lovable Romeo.
Everybody
Romeo,
loves
oh,
Romeo.
Romeo. Romeo, just want to say you were once in the best spot of this game, and I really think you could have won. Just crumbled. Just crumbled.
Yep. Like level 4, 5, 6. You were like in the kingpin spot, and I don't even think you knew it. And then it was like one wrong move just made everybody like, oh, we can't trust Romeo.
I think it was
But
the
you were
I
in a
think
great
the
spot.
round. I think the round that you started crumbling was when you eliminated Tasha. I think that's the round your game went downhill. Up next, the most enthusiastic award. From the moment we fucking interviewed you to the moment you left, Haley, you get this award. You were a star.
Thank you. Nasty
Fun
Drew.
fact, Haley was the first one cast.
Rookie awards. I had to unmute my other mic. Rookie awards.
Hey,
I love
that's
it.
yeah. I love
Haley
that.
was-
Shout out
Yeah.
Rachel. Shout out Rachel for telling me about this game. By the way, she's your plug.
I'm so sorry, Phyllis. I think I'm gonna have to change my stand to Haley. Sorry, Phyllis. I said
Phyllis,
Also,
you want
Phyllis, you won an award.
Phyllis, you won an
I
award.
love you,
earlier.
Haley.
Yet
I wanted you to go so
blossom.
far in this
On the
game.
Yet to
The Yet to
Blossom.
Blossom award.
I
And
I
wish
hated
you
you
would
because you
talk. I
didn't
wish
tell me
you
you were
would
voting
talk
for me,
more.
but I loved you.
hear
No, I
him.
loved you since the first.
all right,
time,
quiet, please, if you're not.
You won the Yet to Blossom award, Phyllis. Like you could have done so many great things had you not make alliances night one. 2 different alliances.
Oh, period.
Literally. Okay, the next award.
prettiest?
You can win
Yes.
that too, yes.
And you got the best skin award.
Hey, why did you guys agree to that? Do you see all the ladies here?
You all win that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Sandy, you're up.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say all y'all on the same level. That's just a lie. Okay, next question, next award. The leadership award. This person took their game by the horns. They weren't afraid to make alliances and be the leader. Sean, congratulations, buddy.
My best friend.
The next
Stop
award.
kissing his ass so hard.
The next award.
Hey, look, he's in the military, yo. I will kiss anybody's ass in the military because they doing shit that not many
I wish
people
you would kiss
The
my
next
ass.
award. The next award.
I'm gonna have to start muting some of you. We're almost done.
The next award goes to the best duo award. We were gonna give it to Sean and Jackie, but you all didn't work hand in hand this game. You were separate, so they weren't really a duo. That is why we're not giving it to them. The best duo award, and I enjoyed being in their calls, and I hope your nipples aren't too hard, Sharonica, but Garrett and Sharonica.
Iconic. It's iconic. I've never experienced this.
As it should be.
It was insane. I'm telling you all.
No,
if they
when
recorded
y'all-
it.
when
It was
y'all linked
insane.
up in,
By
like,
the way,
level-
Garrett, Benny helped me with some of those things I said to you because I was on call with him while I was texting you.
I don't even know what
You were
you're talking
cheating
about,
on me,
but
Sharonica.
okay.
It's okay.
You helped me flirt with Garrett. Admit it.
We'll move on. Sandy, you're up next.
Okay. The best alliance award, and this was sort of it wasn't an official alliance until it was like only them.
All right.
But when I tell you that I enjoyed listening to them, it
Thanks,
cracked
my
me up.
skin looks so good.
3-piece combo.
Like automatically.
Sir, the 3-piece combo.
Combo. Jackie,
2 chickens
Benny,
and a
and
biscuit.
Ronnie.
Can we say who the pieces were in the combo, or do we gotta wait?
Yeah, Benny, Jackie, and Sharonica.
No, I'm saying like what piece of chicken they were.
Oh, okay. So Benny was the thigh, Sharonica was the leg, and Jackie was the breast.
Good one. Go
Good
ahead.
job, Sandy.
I remember my man. My mind is powerful.
Okay. The next one is behind the scenes shit talker award. You guys are
That goes to me.
y'all are sharing this once again. Sharonica and Papa both get that one.
I talk so much shit.
Which kind of like confirms Papa's like when he said that him and Sharonica played similar games and like them sharing awards.
Because we
proves it.
talk shit
No,
together. We had
I
a lot of kikis.
I do genuinely think Sharonica played how I did, but socially better.
All right, the next
You-
award
yeah.
goes to the triple threat. Somebody who was physically dominant, socially dominant. What is it? What are the three? What am I missing?
Physical,
Strategic.
social,
Strategic.
Strategic. Okay. And yeah, I saw you saying it, Papa. Jackie, triple threat of paradise. No
I've never been a
doubt.
triple threat. Thank you.
Sandy, you do the
Ding,
next one.
ding.
I want the last one. You got to do that last season.
Okay. This
Jackie
is
is
our
the unofficial official winner.
We have 2 awards left, and then we have Production's Favorites Awards. This is the Viewers Lounge favorite. When I say that this person's name echoed and reverberated ever since they were debugged, congratulations for being such an awesome person, an awesome player, that the VL is obsessed with you, Brandon.
Congratulations,
I can see
Brandon.
why.
That's
Well
live.
deserved, Brandon.
Girl, we held a poll.
Robbed.
Brandon won.
Yes,
Still robbed.
you were
I
wrong.
would vote Brandon too.
I was sad about Brandon going, not gonna lie.
And that's
I
why
didn't
he
have
had to
enough
go.
power.
Thank you.
And that's why he left when he did.
I should have put Brandon over Garrett, to be honest, but no, it's fine. I love you, Garrett.
Okay. So before we get into the or the development favorites, this award is player of the season. This player exudes what we feel is the ultimate. You may not have got the title of ultimate gamer, but you were the ultimate gamer in our hearts. You demonstrated you as a person, you as a game player, your shock, your awe, everything about you.
And they topped the charts of the power, not topped them,
so
but they were
you
consistent power
are-
rankings.
You were constantly, almost every single week, at the top of the power rankings. And our player of the season is Garrett.
And that's why I saved him.
Said that.
That's why I saved him, period.
That's
Don't
Zaddy right
hate
there.
Garrett. It's because he got more compliments than me for being attractive. I love Garrett.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
That
was
so
my game
plan. My game plan.
my favorite awards will be first.
Is Rocky here? I think Rocky's here.
Yeah, Rocky can go do his, but mine's first. Okay, hold on. Let me move you, Drew. I'm gonna move you here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so so you reveal last. Okay, my favorite pre-juror. This person knows it. I appreciated their presence in this game. I appreciated what they stood for, and a lot of us in this game can learn a lot from this person. Brandon, amazing. And my favorite jury award goes to somebody who played this game from start to finish, who impressed me because I typecasted them to be a specific character, and they were way more of a fleshed out person than I could have ever thought based off of like a picture in an application. So my favorite jury award goes to Garrett. I typed
Straight white man.
like
Let's go.
the straight white jock, and he was way
Yeah.
more than just that. So
He was hot or whatever.
Right, and hot. And hot. I
knew
take
she was
it.
about to
I
fucking
take
say some
those.
shit.
Rocky, are you
He was
here?
sexy
Oh hey,
too.
oh hey,
Hey, Rocky, you're up for your
Oh.
pre-jury pre-lounge and lounger favorite.
Yeah, because y'all been saying it all wrong. Like I'm over here high.
Sandy.
I've been laughing. This
Can
has
we
been great. My favorite pre-lounger, as y'all know, like I've been in and out, but I've been watching. And my favorite pre-lounger, when I came back and learned that this person was in trouble and was doing all of this mess and doing all of these things and was about to go home, and then I came back and then they were gone. Phyllis. I love Phyllis so much because I had so much.
you too.
I had so much high hopes for Phyllis. So I love
It's
Phyllis.
okay. I'll come back on an alt with a voice changer, and I'll be someone else next time.
And my favorite lounger, I think that it should be no surprise for anybody. I think that this person is an awesome person personally. I also think that the awards that they got were great, especially the leader award. I think that he's an awesome, great person. And was gone too soon. And my favorite lounger was my bro Sean. Great person. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look at Sean cracking that smile. Haven't seen that.
A very rare Sean smile coming up. Yep.
And obviously, if we don't pick you, it doesn't mean we hate you. It's hard to pick just one. We love you all. I just want to preface with that. But I have to pick my
The
favorite.
best Drew's Wi-Fi has ever been.
It is
Facts.
it's my best. My favorite pre-lounger. Again, I appreciate your dedication, your heart, your smile, your enthusiasticness, and thank you to Rachel M for bringing you to our doorstep. My favorite.
You're gonna make me cry. Stop. Stop, Drew. You're gonna make me cry for real.
Gone way too soon. Way too soon.
I really want to see you in future.
Damn
orgs.
it, Nasty
I'm gonna
Drew.
watch
You're
you.
gonna make me cry.
Don't cry. You're gonna make me cry. Don't cry.
I'm gonna watch you in future orgs, Haley. You got this shit.
You got
Everyone
this.
cry.
we believe in you. Your next org, you're gonna come out swinging. Don't go out swinging too early.
Yeah, I learned a lot
Yeah.
from this game, and this was a really good first experience. I appreciate it, and I really liked everybody in the cast. So this really made my first org amazing. So I appreciate it. I really do.
We're glad we
I
were
also
able
have a
to.
bias toward
Haley,
rookie
you were
players.
bomb and always real. So
And I wish I got to be closer.
freaking
with a lot
awesome
of
first
people.
game.
Yeah, thank you so much. I wish I was able to be closer with a lot of people in here, but it's just how the game went, and I learned a lot. So I love you all, though. Seriously, like
Take that with you.
We're glad we
Make
were
it
able to
fire.
be your first
All right,
org.
Drew.
You'll never forget your first. So we appreciate.
never will forget this messy cast for sure.
Yeah, we appreciate you picking us so much.
Yeah,
Rooting you the.
Love you so much,
Love you so
Haley.
much.
I love you, Sandy.
And then my favorite lounger. I didn't know what to expect coming into this season. I want to say you brought everything I wanted in a gamer. You brought the spice, you brought the gameplay, you brought everything that we look for in a gamer. I may have not got to play much with you, or if at all, in OCC, but you killed it. Sharonica, you get my lounger favorite.
Oh, thank you, Drew.
Me and Sharonica getting Drew's favorite.
And
Period.
just a
Okay.
I'm
fun fact.
surprised. I thought it was gonna be Sandy's favorite,
You know what
but
this means, Sharonica? That means if you choose to have a baby with Garrett instead of me, I'm done.
Sharonica
That's
said
it. I
it,
couldn't
and
finish
dump
that.
truck, Benny.
But
I'll
go
give
ahead,
y'all
Drew.
both babies. I'm very fertile. And Drew, I was gonna say
But-
something, Drew, I forgot.
But
See, and she's confused as to why she's the most.
I'm going off camera.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm going
But-
off camera.
I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for an amazing season. You all brought it. You all killed it. And you did that. After our experience with season 1, I will just say thank you for being active. Season 1, we maybe had like 6 active people out of a cast of 16. It was a pulling teeth season 1. So I will tell you, we appreciate it. You killed it. We will be posting the overall power rankings. So like between you and season 1, I'll be posting that here shortly. Where you rank between GP1 and you all. But I want to thank you all for making GP2 so memorable. This ends the era of GP 1 and 2, which had to deal with video games. Season 3, we start a new era of gaming. What that is, you'll have to find out next time. For the last time, before we get to the reunion, because
Get rid of gotcha. Get rid of gotcha.
Get rid of the whole types.
Facts.
I love the
Types
types.
are the bad.
Fuck
No,
the
types are
types. I
staying.
said that shit.
Types are staying.
Types are now a staple for gamers.
When you think of gamers, you're gonna think of the types.
So
Yes,
Can you
if
get rid
types
of
is
beta
the best.
testing for people that
Gotcha
aren't smart
is
enough
the
to
biggest
notice?
bitch.
there, we won't be doing. we'll get into it in the reunion. We'll talk about this fucking bot. But
Yeah.
typings are to stay. So if you're watching and you're going to play season 3, think of typing.
Research.
Do your research and research powers, because I know there were some people in this game who thought the powers did the same exact thing they did in season 1.
They all did something different.
They all did something different.
Yeah. Red, gotcha. I'm
pay attention.
campaigning. I will put a petition up.
I will
the
tell
community.
you,
Gotcha.
for future people, there will always be at least one duo level. We had it in level 1. We had it in season 1. We had it in season 2. It is going nowhere. It may not be gotcha, but there will be always a duo level. That's all I can say. But I love
Keep
you all.
clapping.
I'm only petty with that because Jackie was on the block both times for gotcha.
And I will say, yes, Jackie
Went home both
Dylan
times.
was gotcha because she would have went home had Tyler not struck out.
And I won both CPUs and gotcha. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So Phyllis, are you
Tyler.
here?
Bye,
Yeah,
Tyler.
Phyllis, you've been
Yeah,
waiting.
hi.
Phyllis, you've been
All
waiting
right.
for this answer.
Oh my God, the person, if you can hear me,
They're
if
here.
you were the person to save Phyllis,
Oh my
please
God,
let
I'm
her
so
know.
curious.
She's
I
She's
know.
been dying.
Say it.
Who is it? They've been dying. They know who they are. Come off mute.
Oh yeah,
Oh
that
my
one
God.
person. Who is it? Who is
One
it?
person
Oh my
who
God.
saved Phyllis. Who
Oh my
was it?
God.
It was Romeo.
Hey.
Oh
Romeo.
I thought it was Hannah. What the fuck?
Oh my God. Honestly, it should have been me with the way I've been
Look.
hyping up
'cause you're so
Phyllis. It should have
yeah,
been.
because you're so obsessed with her. So I
I'm
thought
All right,
that was
obsessed.
y'all.
I'm obsessed.
Before I'm gonna kick off the reunion, I'm gonna go walk my dogs really quickly while you guys start the
Oh
reunion.
my
But
God.
okay. So let me say thank you.
You're gonna go off live, or you're just saying this for live?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me
Say
go
it live.
live.
Say it
Everybody,
y'all.
bye.
Thank
you.
y'all. We'll see you for
This is
season
it.
3.
Gamers Paradise.